Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be taking out the A-10 and seeing how well this performs with the new economy changes. Now, Gaijin has released new economy changes, and premiums are far more lucrative, especially in Sim. And RB, of course. You can make about the same money, slightly more in Sim in certain scenarios. So we're going to be seeing if the A-10 premium is worth it. So I hope you guys like this video. Join the Discord down below if you guys enjoy it, and let's get into this review. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. So the A-10 is a pretty darn good aircraft. It gets to maneuver pretty good. And, you got the AIM-9Ls at a low BR. You're not facing top-tier jets. And you can do air-to-air pretty darn well in this thing. I mean, look at this. I mean, this thing's got all the bells and whistles. Now, I like to particularly use the GAL-8 mostly, but the Mavericks do come in handy when there's like AA, like AAA and all that, and you can typically tell because they start locking you when you get near the AO, or you can just check on your map as per the usual. Luckily, in this case, these were just APCs driving in a straight line down a road. This was the perfect scenario for an A-10. This is, the classic meme, oh, look, it's a convoy, let me blow it up, I'm an A-10 sort of deal, right? This is best case scenario. Now, these targets are moving, but it's fairly easy to hit with the CCIP, with the gun lead indicator, and the Mavericks, of course. You can sort of just aim them from a far distance and launch them off. In this, I probably should have used the Mavericks. I should have just strafed them with my gun because I was taking very little damage from their guns. I believe they just have a 50 cal on the top, and my GAL-8 was just far more potent, and they just couldn't cope. It's just how it is. But yeah, no, this is definitely the way. Now, you can bring bombs if you want. I personally don't bring bombs because they're a bit too heavy, but if you want it to bomb some bases, then be my guest. You get an RP boost and a SL boost, so it's going to give you a lot. But I particularly like to strafe tanks because, one, it's an A-10 and that's fun to do that, and two, it's not boring. Like, this is genuinely fun. Now, in my last two videos, I filmed the Sea-Vixen and the Su-25, and those were both really nice aircraft. Su-25 has a gun as well. It doesn't have as much ammo though. This is basically, you just use the gun, line the target up, strafe them, and they're dead. And you don't have to use that much ammo on these vehicles. It's mostly just little burst, and the dude is gone. Now, in the Su-25, you could do that, but you run out of ammo pretty quick, but it has a lot of guided missiles. But they're kind of hard to get on target when you're getting shot at by AAA. So sometimes it's better to just use the gun or Mavericks, in my opinion, because the missiles on the Su-25, most of them are laser guided. At least the early premium model, not the later model. The Su-39, I'm going to do a video on that in the future, but the early Su-25 model has laser guided missiles, and I think 2 optical guided, so it's not too potent versus tanks and stuff. I prefer the A-10 because you can just use the gun. And if you really want to use Mavericks on AAs and stuff like that, you can. But in my personal opinion, I just prefer the A-10. And this is why I think, like, if you're going to buy a premium, I would not buy the Su-39 right now because it's at such a high BR. And even if you start doing Sim and want to do ground pounding, you're going to have F-16s flying over your head trying to kill you. So that's a bit of a problem. And when they lower the BR, of course, it's going to be amazing. I'm sure they will because people keep complaining about it. But for now, the A-10, this thing seems like, I don't know, it's pretty darn good. At its BR, it's a premium. You're facing MiG-21s at most, which you could pretty much outmaneuver if they don't know what they're doing. For example, you could see that this MiG-21 has started on our 6 o'clock, almost near 6 o'clock, and we start to go into a rate fight. We're trying to fly defensive. There's also another MiG-21 you can see off to the right trying to also kill me. So this is a 1v2. I believe a teammate is on the way, but I just keep pulling, and slowly but surely I get onto this guy's 6. And this is mainly because the MiG-21 is a delta wing fighter. It can't turn, so the A-10 keeps up a lot better because its wings are, a lot more straighter and long, so it keeps the aircraft basically hovering at low speeds, and you could just pull into circles very easily, like in that scenario. And not only does this help you get your nose on enemy targets such as aircraft, it helps you get your nose out of danger and on target in certain scenarios. You see here, I launch the Maverick and then I bank the nose and it pulls right off within seconds. It's impeccable time. It's quite nice. And this aircraft is one of the smoothest fighter jets to fly in Sim. Like, the F-16 or the F-14, especially the F-14, that thing will bob and flip and you can lose control quite easily. But this bird, oh my gosh, it is so smooth in sim. It's so easy to control and get the nose on. Another thing is when you're attacking these targets, or when you're in the AO, there's a lot of Su-25s that will try to kill you, and because this thing is superior at turning, you will always almost 100% of the time get on their 6 and be able to kill them. You can see here I just Fox 2 and bam, it slams right into him, and basically that problem's over. I don't have to deal with that anymore. It's because I get the AIM-9Ls and this bird's very maneuverable. The Su-25, if you're a really good pilot, you can sort of energy fight the A-10, but even then it's a little dangerous since this has the AIM-9Ls. You also get a stupid amount of flares, so you can always set that to an automatic deployment, so it just keeps pumping out flares when you're in the AO, and you should be able to survive in the AO for a long period of time, just dumping flares one at a time. Now, no, it'll make you a lot easier to see, but will give people a hard time when they're launching missiles on you. And I also suggest you bring the single flares. Do not bring chaff, because you're going to be at a low altitude anyway, and if you're getting locked by something with a radar missile, just fly super low to the ground. They will miss 100% of the time. Unless you're near mountains, they can shrapnel you, but for the most part, just fly low and the missile will go slam into the ground. So you really don't need to bring chaff. I suggest bringing flares, single load, and just put it on a auto thingamajig, the doohickey, if you will, the thingamabob. Put it on that, and then it'll auto deploy your flares, and you should have no problem evading enemy aircraft. But other than that, I'm going to fast forward this so you guys can see the rest of this footage, and we'll go check out the rewards after this. Alright, well, let's check out the spoils of war. So 81,000 silver lions and 19,000 RP. So 81,000 silver lions, not too much. And that's mostly because we only had like 41 minutes inside the actual match when the duration of it was 1 hour and 30 minutes. So we missed out on a lot of potential opportunities, but we did kill a couple of tanks. I think we only died 3 times. So not bad overall, and I'm definitely going to do another video on the A-10 again, maybe in a longer match to see how much I could potentially make, maybe with boosters. But tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys feel like it. You know, if you guys enjoyed this content, want to see more of this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like, and perhaps maybe even share, maybe, perhaps, potentially. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. God bless and take care.